Thank you. Abdullah is on strike now. And there he goes. He's off the mark as well. Keeping it pretty tidy, Ken.
Young man. No, I have my.
Under single to Mac Qureshi. And Abdullah just placing that for a single as well. So cautious start by Orlando Stars, but just the 4 runs. So good start for Ken as well. Decent first over. 1 over gone, 3 for that loss. Abdullah's gone for the big shot. Will be 2 runs.
इसके पैर के नीचे से आने दे तो तकलीफ नहीं होगी इसको.
Trying to go for that big shot, that last ball, but didn't catch in the middle. So got 2 Abdullah. And that is a white ball, so he'll have to re-ball that, Faizan. He balled well in the last match, Faizan.
इसको कैसे ढूंढेंगे? मैक टीवी फेसबुक में. बुड्ढा जल्दी मत होइए, नहीं तो 2 चश्मा लग जाएगा बहन से. फिर ढूंढते रह जाओगे.
And he's driven this one, but the fielder does well. Nice one-handed pickup, but still managed to get the 1. So not an explosive start from the batting side, but a decent start, and the bowling keeping it in check.
I see some miscommunication happen.
Yeah, trying to go for that big for that quick single, and nice work by the fielder, picked it up and managed to hit the wicket, but Mac had already made it home by then, so he's still out there, and Abdullah is facing.
So our statistician and video cameraman say the ball was hit, but the bail didn't come out. With these LED lighting nowadays, which has, I guess, a little bit more weight than our conventional bails. So we are from old generation cricket. The modern generation wants more entertainment, and that's what we are trying to provide here.
So I guess lucky break for Mac then, because if the bails would have fallen, he would have been out. And he has got a chance, and he's a good batsman, so he can make the ball inside pay for that luck that he got. Abdullah just drives this one down to long off for a single. So it's been a solid start by Orlando Stars, but we haven't seen any big hits as of yet. So the bowlers have done nicely to keep them in check, because both Abdullah Sheikh and Mac Qureshi are explosive batsmen, and they can really make the ball travel. So that's good on the bowler's part.
Let's see what Mac is gonna do now.
So wide one, tries to cut it but misses the ball. So that's the end of 2 overs. And 10 without loss. Good tidy over by Faizan Maqsood, just 6 from it.
So Mr. Amar, it looks like it's gonna be low scoring tournament for me, as the heat is drying up the wicket really fast in our part of the world. Moisture retained in the wicket on the probably the second or third layer is kind of disappearing at this moment, which could create some kind of uneven bounce later down the road. That's just the assumption, but we'll see here to give you guys good entertainment, whatever teams can provide us.
Yeah, so the last game was low scoring, and given that Mac and Abdullah are playing out there and we haven't seen a boundary yet, and it's been 2 overs, definitely an indication of maybe it's going to be low scoring games from now on. But Orlando Stars does have a strong batting lineup. Their captain, Amar Malik, has a ability to hit the long ball. They got Naveed Dosani, who can also hit a big hit. Ahsan Malik can also strike it. So they got some hitters. So let's see. Maybe that's their plan. That's why they're being cautious up front. This one wraps him on the pad, but the umpire says not out. So just a dot ball.
But as per our experience, what we had in last 2 hours, these two players need to accelerate a little bit more to give a chance more to the bigger hitter, as you just mentioned.
Yeah, but these players are also not just strike rotators. They also have the ability to hit the big ball. So that the fact that they're not hitting could do with the wicket, or maybe that's the planning that they're trying to save some wickets. Magpie is trying to go for it. So maybe the wicket is being too paced. But they have a really strong bowling lineup as well. So even if they make a low score, I still think they'll be in the game.
So his game is going to build up. Yes.
You see now he hits it, and it will just be a single. So yeah, they're hitting it, but for some reason, they come back for the 2 misfields.
The intention is still there, as you mentioned.
Yeah, they're trying to hit it, so it could be the wicket that the bat is not coming onto the ball. The ball is not coming onto the bat nicely. But let's see what happens. Whatever score they make, they do have a really strong bowling lineup to defend that. So this is going to be an interesting game. Goes again, MAQ. Just for a single. So he's really trying to hit those big shots. So definite intent from MAQ.
And that is what we didn't see in the last two team efforts.
Now Abdullah's gone for it. Again, the intent is there. And again, they're going to take the arm on. And Abdullah's running. And he makes it. So that's really good running. And they will come back for... Oh, no. Decide against the third. That is really good running. And that's what's smart. They've been trying to hit. And they're seeing that they aren't being able to get the boundaries. So they're focusing on the twos and turning those ones into twos. So that's very smart. Obviously, both these batsmen really experienced cricketers. So they know what they're doing out there.
Yeah, but one is young and one the older one. So you should appreciate the older one effort more than the younger one.
At my age, both of them are old for me.
There is no definition of young.
Yeah, speaking of the Orlando Stars bowling, Abdullah is one of their main bowlers, and looking forward to see him bowl. He can get some good bounce and get the ball to go through nicely. So looking forward to that.
So are they bowling from the one end or... No, my mistake.
No, they're switching hands.
Welcome to Old Man Club.
Again, just a single. So they've kept it tight.
He's not going to remember me.
So I think Mr. Desai, if they don't go big in this over, they will be under some pressure now. Because 4 overs are going to be done. And AB's hit that well, but just to the fielder again, so it's just the one run. He's hitting the shots well, but he can't find the gaps, unfortunately.
Now, as we discussed since morning, that you have to build up a platform in first 3-4 overs in these most shortest of the format. And that's where your big hitters can come between 4, 5, 6, 7 and take over from there.
And that's a dot ball again. So keeping the batters in check here. Good bowling by the US Cricket Academy bowlers. I think maybe it's that theory that we were discussing in the earlier game that as a bowler, if you're fit enough to play back-to-back games, that's better for you because then you're in more rhythm. And now you can see even Faizan was kind of struggling a bit in his first game, but now he looks good.
He's running good now, the way I see. He's a very strong shoulder action, as you can imagine.
So Magpie manages to score that one behind point and between the two fielders, and he'll come back for 2. The good thing is, even though they're not getting the boundaries, they're getting regular 2s, but they're only 18 after 3.3 overs, so they have to press on the gas now.
I agree with you.
20 and 3.4.
If they have to put some sizable amount of run. But as we just witnessed last inning, 80 runs was difficult too.
Yeah, and as I've mentioned, Orlando Stars have a really strong bowling lineup. Nicely played for a single, and Faizan looking real good now. He's gone through 1.5 overs, only given away 11 runs. So if he can finish off strongly, that'll be a decent spell from him. Didn't get a wicket, but the economy rate is great.
The guys are waiting to see the 6 at home.
There you go. But again, now you can see that's a real sign that maybe they're having a hard time timing the ball, because he went for that unorthodox scoop shot because he couldn't hit it straight.
For my understanding, the ball is started to grip more and more now. Even though I don't know it's a brand new cricket ball or no, but it started to grip more. So when it is started to grip more, you lean towards more of a horizontal cricket shot rather than front or square. Because if the ball is fly from the surface, yes, it may gonna fly a little faster, but that's what the level is all about. And that's what gives the experience to both the bowler and the batsman as far as ball is flying after the surface. It could be weather, it could be dryness of the wicket, or we don't know yet from the com box, but it looks like the ball is gripping more right now.
Yeah, we were supposed to go after the last game and check the pitch out, but I guess we forgot. But anyways, though, you can see clearly they're trying improvisations and different things. That means they're trying to keep it going and get a move on, but if they don't soon, then this could turn horribly sideways for Orlando Stars. They need to go now. It's been 4 overs, only 22 runs.
Second stage start now to take the game in a different direction.
And Abdullah's gone. So that shows the desperation there. Wide ball, and he's trying to chase that, and he's stumped. He goes for 11 of 11 balls, and hopefully the batsman to follow will be able to turn the scoring rate for Orlando Stars. The next batsman is Nasir Khan.
The way we are seeing T10 format right now for last T20 cricket, and they follow A.B. de Villiers, Chris Gale, somebody like a Kevin Peterson who changed and create a shot out of nowhere. So these formats require more of a innovative thinking in terms of scoring opportunities for me. So if you block 1 or 2 ball, acceptable being as a batsman, but then you have to quickly read the game in this short format and change your plan, because the bowler is going to come after you every ball after every ball. So you being as a so what I'm trying to say that we have to see the maintenance of between ball and bat, even though it's the shortest format of the game.
Yeah, definitely agree on that. And Nasir's taking guard, well, ready to face his first ball, and just pushes it gently for a single. But that's a good choice from Orlando Stars, sending him 1 down. In the local league in Orlando, he did, if I'm not wrong, get 100 last game. So he is in good touch, and he definitely has the ability to hit the big shots. And now Magpie goes, and fielder is chasing it, but to no avail. It's a 4. So Mac, we saw in the last 2 overs he was trying to go, and finally, I think now he's seeing the ball well. And
that's what I was trying to say. His intention is very clear from the first ball.
Good to see that's paying off for him. If he goes off and Nasir goes off, these two could be very dangerous for the opposition.
And that's what everybody at home is waiting for.
And tries to replicate the same shot, just doesn't get the connection this time, so the fielder is able to cut it off. So it'll just be a 1. But a good start to the over. They've got 2 more balls. If they can get another boundary, they can get their first high-scoring over of the game. And he plays it to the sweeper, and it'll just be 1.
I think it was a very thoughtful ball.
Yeah, one of the things that they might also be doing is that they did win the first 2 games yesterday, so maybe they're changing their batting order to give everyone a go, just in case they need people in form for the knockouts. So that could also be the reason for the slow run rate.
I think this particular shot is very dangerous on this surface now, as it gets a little old in the afternoon time.
And Magpie sweeps it again. Fielder's giving chase. He's finer now, so he'll be able to cut it off. Wasn't that fine when that first 4 got hit? And only the 1. So 9 runs from this over. So a relatively better over in terms of runs for Orlando Stars. But I don't think the bottom side will mind that. They really need to get a move on now, the Stars. They're going at around run the ball after 5 overs. So maybe they can change their fate in the last 5.
I'm agreeing with my partner.
Yeah, because if they can go 10 and over, get to 80, then as we saw in the last game, 80 can turn out to be an easy score, an easy defendable score. As you can see here, the Orlando Stars captain on the boundary, giving some messages to his players. So I think the message will be to, either hit it out or get out, because they got wickets in hand now, so they can afford to do that.
That's our point for last 3 hours. Acceleration at certain stage in the game.
Damien Rowe is coming into ball, and MAQ is facing. And he's cut that. Fielder stops it just inside the boundary rope. He's really balling quickly here, Damien. And MAQ able to use the pace to cut it for 2 runs, so smart shot. A little bit better connection would have gotten him 4, but not a bad shot.
By looking at his field placing, I could say that he's could try to remain a little bit outside the off stump.
Yeah, and MAQ trying to pull that one from outside off stump. And that's why he couldn't get the connection to go over mid-wicket, but still, that's a single. It's going to be interesting to see how Nasir goes about this, because I do know he's strong square of the wicket, and that's where he's bowling.
I think that should he need to do now. You need to put up at least 80 plus.
Yeah, 80 has to be par. And Nasir just decided to drill this down the ground, and just under single. Interesting thing though, their first game yesterday, Orlando Stars, I think they had the first game of the tournament. They made 70 and still won. So they have that bowling lineup that can defend 70. Well, they have. That's played over the covers, just for another single.
I can see that your captain's advice, their captain advice is passing on, and the players took it seriously and just tried to accelerate.
Yeah, I mean, they have wickets in hand, so if someone gets out trying to hit, that's not a big issue because it's T10, and they have some depth in their batting as well, Orlando Stars.
Because this bowler is trying to stay from the one side of the wicket.
And there he goes. He's hit that. I think it's going to fall in no man's land, and it does. So just the one. But no real connection so far besides that 1-4 MAQ hit.
Even though this bowler intention is very clear with what we can observe from our end.
Magpie goes down the ground, and that might be a tough drop chance.
You want to call? Yeah, when you finish it. When you finish. When you finish. Finish it.
I'll finish and then you can sit down.
No, I mean, actually, if you want to just put your chair over here, because the mic is there anyways, it's going under my legs. So. So after 6 overs, Orlando Stars 37 for 1, and they really need to get a move on now. Cohen just said run the ball.
You with the bowling team? Are you with the bowling team or just commentating?
The guru of commentators.
What's your name? H-E-N-R-Y. Henry.
So I have Mr. Henry now joining me for commentary. What do you think about this game? 6 overs, just over on the ball.
A little behind the clock, but the wickets seem to be keeping a little bit low. Good afternoon, listeners, and coming to you live from the MAQ Cricket Stadium.
Again, he had plenty of room to maybe loft it over extra cover, but I guess that's a wide.
Well, Qureshi is there on 21 from 23, and Nasir Khan has joined him. They've got to up the ante.
There he goes. But straight to the fielder though. And just a single. So they're trying, but it's not coming off. They're not getting the connection.
Yeah, well, the bowlers have to give them some credit. They're taking pace off the ball and not giving them anything. They've been giving them width. As a matter of fact, the first wicket went to a wide delivery outside the off stump.
That's not a wide. I think the first wicket went more to frustration because Abdullah, like, he can hit usually, and he was trying to up the run rate, and he just chased a wide one, and he missed it. But yeah, they have bowled very smart.
But it's funny. It was very particular. It was very funny how he got out, because you're going at a wide ball but still going down the track, and the ball was wide of your off stump. You should be going across, not down.
Yeah, I think maybe he was thinking was to open it over extra cover. But anyways, he's out now.
I think he wanted to get out.
Yeah, sometimes that happens too. You know, when the runs are not coming, you just play like a shot just to play a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, good thing about the bowlers for the bowling team is they have their field set and they know exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, they're going wide of off and another wide into the scorer's book.
So like a lot of their bowlers are just trying to get hit one side of the wicket because that's where they have the protection, but then they're not string on the other side. They're just keeping to that side, and that's very good. And he's cut that powerfully, Mac. And the fielder is running. He gives it a fair chase. Not really sure if he crossed over to the boundary there. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal.
No, he made he effected a good stop there, and he would have saved 2 runs for his team, definitely, most definitely. So a good bit of feeling there.
Yeah, it was a wide. Yeah, it was a wide, yes. Yeah, if I call it wide, it probably was.
So the Orlando All-Stars laboring up onto the 50, they're 2 away from 50. They just lost.
Oh, there's a big hit. He's got connection there. That's gone over. That is a good shot. Yeah, so as I was mentioning before you joined me in commentary, Nasir actually got 100 last week in the local league that he plays for, so he's in good touch. So if it's anyone that can turn around the fortunes for Orlando Stars, it's him.
All right, well, that one was looped up. It became overpitched, and he got into it and got all of it, and a maximum was scored into the scorer's book. So he goes into double figures. He's on 10 from 5, so he's going at a strike rate of 200.
Tries to replicate the same shot, but this time it wasn't as looped up as you were saying, and the wickets light up.
Well, you miss, I hit.
Lights on for the wicket, lights off for Nasir, I guess.
Yeah, lights out. Well, at least that's a good comeback by the bowler there. So Kaif was not to be outdone by that lofted 6. A lovely shot down in the cow corner area. He came back very good with the very next delivery, and he was bowled a neck and crop, swinging right across one, and he made no connection. He's gone for 10.
Yeah, I guess at this point the Orlando Stars won't really mind that with 3 overs left and 8 wickets in hand. They don't really mind if the batsmen get out trying to hit. The next batsman in is Sami. And if you pay close attention to the number on his back, that's his highest score, 206.
Yes, again, we want to welcome all viewers to the MAQ TV, and tell a friend to tell a friend that we're going to be here for the duration of today until maybe after 6, 7 o'clock. So stick and stay. and tomorrow the grand finale when the curtain comes down with finals. So cricket, lovely cricket here in South Florida. Well, welcome all of the visitors to our shows. It is the Memorial Weekend, and we're hoping for you to stay safe, still observe all COVID-19 protocols, but at the same time do enjoy yourself. So for you visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. 54 for 2, Qureshi is still there on 28 from 26. He have watched 2 batters come and go, and now he's been joined by Samit Sadiq. But over number 7 was completed. MAQ Qureshi is on strike. He too may very well want to join the party and follow in some big lofty hittings.
Yeah, he's been out there for a while, so he's probably seen the ball well. He did get that 1-4. Let's see what he does. Hit that well, but went straight to the fielder, so it'll just be 1 for MAQ. Samir Khan on strike. Your face hits first ball.
So MAQ, he's been doing it all. He has organized the tournament, and now he himself is engaged in playing. So his contribution is coming from all ends.
Jack of all trades.
Well, let's hope he's going to master at least one of them. From a financial standpoint, I would think that he would have mastered that ante. So 56 for 2.
Oh, that's it. Again, to that fielder in the ring. So, Mr. Henry, today we've been seeing, like yesterday, as the games were progressing, they were getting high scoring. Today it's been the opposite. The games have been, as they're progressing, has been low scoring. So last game, 80 was defended, and Orlando Stars defended 70 in their first game yesterday. So I feel like if they can get to around 70, they will still think they have a pretty good chance based off that first game.
You know, yes, indeed. We'll watch, wait, and we will see. So, to get through that, which we're predicting, they've got to up the to over number 8. It's a 10-over contest. So,
Yeah, that's not going to help them. He's just let that one go in hopes of a wide, and it's not. So it's a dot ball. He goes now. He's gone square, but straight to the fielder. So the bowlers here really bowling smartly and according to their field. They're hitting the shots, but not getting the gaps.
yeah, they've got to go aerial, pick the gaps, because the field is well placed, I'll say. So the bowlers are bowling to their field. We've come to the end of over number 8. It's 58 for 2. So in the wicket column, there's not a problem. The 58, like you say, try to get to 70. There's still some 12 away, so at least I think they can get there with 2 overs. But Qureshi, who been there at the top of the inning, he's going just over on a ball. I think he's going to need some boundaries. The partnership has yielded just some 4 runs, and they have a run rate now of what, some 7.2. It's a 10-10. We expect to see a little bit more, but this pitch is in its second day, and we're not going to be expecting much of a bounce or pace from it, because the turf has not been really used. The artificial turf is the one that's been used most in these parts. But we'll watch and wait and see. As you would have said, 70 might very well be a good score in which to defend.
Yeah, I think even if they do single double, they'll get to 70, because that's just 12 runs in 2 overs. So a couple big shots, and they could well go beyond that, but right now it's just hits and misses.
Well, I want to say good afternoon to Mertrice Nesbitt over there in New York, who's listening up. And this time
He
going...
goes, but he's edged it. It's gone behind square, and it's running away, but the fielder does well to stop it. Will be 2 runs for Samir Sadiq. Hits it again. This time over covers, but the fielder gets there again, And they're coming back for the second. Throws a little wayward, so they'll get that easily in the end.
Well, the throw came in from the deep, and once you set off for the first one quickly, it's going to always be two on the card. So Mark been doing pretty well for himself. He's been there at the top of the inning, like we say, batted some 7.4 overs. We keep looking for another stumping. The first wicket went by the way of stumping, so he's looking for another. But this time the square umpire wasn't moved. And
Edged again, so they'll just be under singles. So for Orlando Stars' sake, they really need to at least get one boundary in these last two balls, and maybe try to go beyond that 70-run target. Well, I guess the over's called.
so dot goes in the scorer's book. So over number 8 is done and dusted.
So now just the 1 over left. Orlando Stars had a cautious start, kept plenty of wickets in the tank, but they say the punch you remember after the battle, you're better off hitting it on your own face. And that's what happened. They have 8 people who haven't batted yet, but just 1 over left. So they really need to breach the boundary ropes now, because singles and doubles won't help. And there you go. Sami Sadek goes for it, but it's gone straight up in the air and straight in the keeper's hand. So he tried his best, but could only manage 7 runs in the end. It's been a labored batting performance for Orlando Stars, unfortunately, I must say.
Well, he got 7 from 8. Don't know if he would have done enough. Mark is just, again, going just under a strike rate of 100. He's 30 from 31. But the batters did cross, so let's see. Mark has been there at the top of the inning. It is his duty to take all of these 5 remaining deliveries and to make good use of these next 5 deliveries.
So the next batter in is Samir Khan, and yeah, as you said, I would think that MAQ is better poised, having already played 31 deliveries, probably seeing the ball better than the new batter, and he has to take responsibility and get some runs. Big heave, but misses the ball. Smart bowling again. The bowling, I must say, from US Cricket Academy has been really smart.
Yeah, for a local boy here in South Florida, plays local cricket. That one is wide of the mark, outside the off stump.
That one is a wide, but you can again see what they're trying to do. Just keep it wide off stump, just inside that pop increase for the wide line. Yeah, just a single again. With that strategy of throwing it wide off, I think the batters are better off trying to open extra cover and lofting it over extra cover instead of going on the leg side, because then you're just too far away and you're going to hit the edge or the bottom of the bat.
Well, it's been a labored 65 so far. First delivery down the leg side.
And he is out. First ball. Golden duck for Samir today. Leg before wicket. And now it seems like the Orlando Stars captain, Amar Malik, is coming out to bat. For those of you interested in cricket equipment, he does run a cricket equipment company called 3A. So do check it out, 3A Cricket Pro, on both Facebook and Instagram for all your cricket equipment needs.
So what I can say here is that Matt Qureshi, he would have had the most not-outs on this ground. I would have witnessed that, and I think today again he's playing for his not-out. So the trend has continued.
So he must have an average of 100 then if he doesn't get out.
He doesn't get out often, and he doesn't gift his wicket away. He put a price on his wicket. He may be making a whole lot of runs, but he expect the other batters at the other end while he keep his wicket safe to really go gung-ho. But
Yeah.
that has not been the case. He's the one who's top scored so far with some 31 from some 33, and I don't think he's going to get back at the non-strikers then, because at the strikers then, with just 2 deliveries to go, I think the skipper has got to take things into his own hands.
Yeah, the
Maybe
skipper-
12?
He hit 3 sixes and 3 balls yesterday.
Okay, so this is time for 2 in 2.
No, just he's it across the line, and
They've got to take 2. They've got to take 2.
yeah, he's
They've
a
got to
fast
take
runner.
2.
He's gonna
They've
get
got
there.
to take 2.
No,
They've
does
got
he
to
get
take
there?
2.
He does. Oh, he's gone.
Yes, he's
The
gone.
skipper taking the throw on, and he is gone. First ball as well.
So just 1 into the scorer's book.
And now they're struggling to even get to the 70 mark.
Yes, well, he sacrificed his inning. He wanted to bat the last delivery, and he would have much maybe preferred to take the last delivery as opposed to the batter, MAQ, who'd been there for quite a long time. Don't know if he was sending him a message to say, I'll take it on with just 2 deliveries to go. You've been here, and I'll let you take your nut out and put it in the scorer's book.
Yeah, I think the main problem for the Orlando Stars batters is that they're just adamant on hitting in the mid-wicket region no matter where the ball is, and the bowling side's smart and they've caught on to that, so they're throwing it right off stump, and it's just really hard to heave it from that far outside off. And Navid Dosani walking in now has that similar kind of stroke play. Just he's going to target mid-wicket as well.
Yes, well, the cricket has gone in the reverse. Last over, you expect to really go all out with the wickets in the hut. But we would have realized some 3 wickets in this over. So 3 wickets in 5 balls. 1 legal delivery left in this inning. And we have seen wickets stumble. We have not seen a boundary. We have seen 1 run from the bat and a wide. So the bowler, Fahoud, he's been doing his thing, and he has done exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, 1 ball left, and Dosani does play as a power hitter primarily, so he can deposit this. Let's see if he can and reach 70. No, another wild swing, and that's an overthrow. They'll run again for that, so they do get 2 runs of that last ball. And they're coming back for the 3 because of the misfield. And I'm not really sure if it's out or not because the umpire just walking away. So I guess 3 runs of the last ball.
3
No
runs
signal
last
from the
ball,
umpire.
and MAQ would retain his not out status. Huh? Who? Just now? Yeah, they ran 2 and they got out. No, he didn't out. He didn't signal. He didn't give him out. He didn't signal. He didn't give him out. He didn't signal. No, so 3 runs.
But I mean, they end up basically target of 70. So let's see if they can defend it again. But they have a pretty strong bowling lineup. But you know, cricket is now played by reputation. This plays with bat and ball. So in the batting, nothing to write home about really. MAQ at the top of the order, giving some solid start, 31 of 33. But that's all that there is. 11 from Abdullah, 10 from Nasir Khan, and then everyone else just managing to make single digits.
But again, it's going to take some tight feeling, some good straight bowling to defend 70. Well, 69, but 70 is the target score. But they would have lost some 5 wickets. But in the wicket column, it does not matter. It's neither here nor there in the wicket column. Runs is what matters. It's a 10-10 tournament, and following this match is going to be another 3 matches, another 2 matches, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I would have to say the pick of the bowlers for the bowling side will have to be Fawad. He got 2 wickets, and then 2 wickets. So innings break, Orlando Stars manage 69 for 5 in their 10 overs. US Cricket Academy will need 70 runs to win in their 10. Let's see what happens when we see you at the other side of the innings break.
Well, we're still trying to find out if it was 4 wickets or 5 wickets or 6 wickets. We know for sure 5 would have gone, so let's see if it's going to be 6. And if it's a 6 wicket, that means the total will be 68, and then 69 would be the target. So we're waiting for confirmation because here we did not see the umpire raise that dreaded finger. So we're waiting for the confirmation from the umpire to get the official score posted. For now, 69 is on the board. Well, folks, we have an official score. The score, the Orlando Stars, they would have made some 68 for the loss of some 6 wickets. The last runs that was made was 2, and on the third attempt, Qureshi was run out for 31. So 69 is going to be the target score, as the Orlando Stars batted first and would have made some 68 for 6 in 10 overs. We'll be back. Welcome back to the MAQ Cricket Stadium, and the run chase is going to be on. We've started. 1-1 is on the book, so they're underway, trying to get to 70 to overhaul the score of 69 made by the Orlando Stars. So we have a left-right combination. So one delivery has gone so far. It's like Cheyenne, if the name is correct on the back of his shirt, sporting the number 11. And he's coming in from the northern end and put his hand, his head, and as if to say, how's that? Where in the world did that one pass? But it kept a little low, as indicated by the striker. But Damien is saying, just push out. So bowler is bowling left arm over, so Cheyenne mid. So Edwin, he's the southpaw, he is on strike. Vijanyan. This time he's stroking this one, he's getting off the mark. As he gently pushed this one into the onside, the ambles through for a single, so both batters are on one. Who's the captain for the batting team? Damien? Saeed. So the Orlando All-Stars captain Saeed Azam is the captain, and no, he's probably sent out his instructions. This one is playing back on the onside, and there was some sort of excitement there, but I think we're playing beach cricket. One was bounced back to the bowler, so a dot goes into the scorer's book. 2 for no loss. It's a 10-10 encounter. So Damien Rowe, he's swinging across this one, loud appeal. Umpire says not out, leg by goes into the scorer's book, and the score goes on by 1-3. So official score, we said 70 is going to be the overall target. That's the last official score. So 69 would have stand, so 70 is the target score.
Yeah, let's see if they can defend Orlando Stars as they did in their first game. Cheyenne is a pretty good bowler and very tidy first over.
Well, the left armers are rarities, bowling over the wicket outside the off stump, taken there by the wicket keeper. As first over comes to an end, a measly one, just the one leg by and 2 from each of the batters, 3 for no loss.
Yeah, good first over. He usually swings the ball into the right-handers away from the left-handers, so the chance of getting the outside edge for the left-hander or clearing that off stump was there. But I would say it's a nice start for both batting and bowling side, because tidy over, but they don't read that many runs, so they'll probably take their time before they go for the big hits, the batting side.
Yes, well, with a required run rate of 7.4, a partnership of 3 so far, the equation should be quite easy. But you never know. We cannot rule out the bowling team, especially if you said the average score here is 70-75, so they would have been just in that ballpark of 70.
Yeah, if there's any bowling side that you back to defend a total, it has to be Orlando Stars, because you just saw Cheyenne bowl the first over, now Rajesh is coming. We all know how dangerous he is. We're looking forward to watch him live for the first time. Bowled really well yesterday. Then obviously they got Abdullah and a few other guys.
Alright, well, this is day number 2 of a 3-day tournament, 10-10, MAQ 10, and we want to welcome all viewers to the MAQ 10 TV, and here's the place for cricket. So we're here in Delray Beach. So they're using the turf wicket. There's an artificial pitch. So Raj down the leg side, loud appeal. The umpire, Vincent Brown, is unmoved, supporting a red hat at this juncture. Says it's not out. It might have been a bit high from our advantage point and maybe going down the leg side as well. But see, the wicketkeeper is saying, I need you to be out because of the shot you played. I don't care what the ball is doing, but that's not how cricket goes.
Yeah, not the best idea to go on the back foot to Rajesh. He's very quick to the air, and that's what he's trying to do.
Yes,
He got
another
hit on the leg.
local ball, Raj, and this time the batsman is punching but can't pass the extra cover as he knocks it down, and a dot goes into the scorer's book. 67 from 52. That's the equation. By no means a tall axe. I want to say good afternoon to Canon Mills down there in St. Croix, who is watching the proceedings here. And again, I want to say hi and hello to Vinod Manchad down there in Sweet TNT. And to you, all the viewers around the world. So we have two dots. The first one was a loud appeal, not given. The second one, punch off the back foot, still can't score. So Raj, one of the local boys here, this time again he's on the back foot but can't score as Raj moves to his right, effects a stop. So a hat-trick of dots.
Yeah, Rajesh, like I said, is a very wily customer, and it will be hard to get him away. But I guess the advantage for the batting side is that they can afford to play him out because the target is not that high. And another dot by Rajesh here, almost nearing a maiden over.
Yes, again. So that one was outside the off stump. He just dabbed at it. Can't do much more. And here again, he's just playing for survival, it seems. You might be right. He's only a 2-over spell in this 10-10 competition.
Yeah, so also Damien Rowe in the last game, he got one big hit for 6. The other one, he went for it. It was a good hit as well, but it went straight to the fielder. So I feel if he stays out there long enough, he can put the game to the side because he showed some good hitting ability.
So the first maiden goes into the scorer's book, all dots. And like we said, one of his 2 overs would have been completed. If the objective is to play him out, well, I think they have to target some other bowler because they cannot do this to all of the bowlers. 67 required from some 48. Again, by no means a tall order.
Interesting to see here, and that's been the trend we were talking about earlier too with Mr. Desai, is that most teams have opted to bring their opening bowlers and just bowl them out. And now we see Sean coming back for his second over. Because I guess they've just preferred spin towards the death. Because I guess fast bowling has been going the journey, or maybe goes the journey in this ground. So I think if I was a Marmite, I would say one of Rajesh's over for death. So then they have to hit him. If you can pull the game that far, obviously.
Okay, well, the pitch is, to me, it's a little bit slow and low, so spin bowlers might very well be the one that plays an effective part for the fielding team, the Orlando Stars. And this time he's pulling this one,
yeah,
and missing.
Stayed a tad low. He's a skitty bowler, so doesn't really get that much bounce, but has that swing when he pitches the ball up.
So we have 7 dots in a row. So he has followed in the footstep of Raj, Cheyenne.
I mean, something has to give now. It's either a 4-6 coming or a wicket coming pretty soon.
And bear in mind, we're in the power play. It's all of 3. This time he's stroking this one nicely, and he's getting it past the 30-yard mark. They're turning for 2, and they're going to be settling for 2. Oh, no.
Oh, that's gone for 4. Yeah, that was a good shot.
A proper cricketing shot.
You see, that's what I was talking about in the first innings too. If the bowler's bowling like that wide, outside off stump, like inside wide line, outside off stump, just hit it over covers. Don't try to heave it onto mid wicket because that's harder.
That one was timed sweetly. A real proper cricketing shot. He split the fielders, and they once would have gone past the 30-yard circle. The fielder gave chase, but to no avail, just to retrieve beyond the boundary mark. So the spell of 7 dots in a row has been broken. And with the boundary.
But now Edwin's still facing.
He's going after him again, and this one is coming back into the batsman. And the ball died on him, and died going on its way to the wicket keeper as well. A partnership of 7, Damien Rowe has batted some 9 deliveries for his 1, so he has got some making up to do. Edwin is on 5 from 6, so he's going at a much better clip.
You see, that's what makes Shayan such a dangerous bowler, is because if the left arm angle, some balls will come in and the swing is outside. So if it swings, it's going to leave the lefty. I think he was looking for the swing there.
He's going aerial,
Again,
he's going over
covered,
and he's going...
I think it's one.
It's gone for 6.
It's gone for 6.
Yes, indeed.
So Edwin has decided to get a move on. He's not going to play the waiting game. He's decided that he's going to go for his shots.
And again, easy peasy was a proper cricketing shot, inside out. Not an easy shot to play by any means, but he just picked his spot, had the height, had the distance. He just barely got over. But nonetheless, whether you hit it 80 yards or 90 yards, as long as you pass the markers, which is about, say, 60, 65 yards over there, it's still going to be 6.
Yeah, I mean, 6 is 6. And like you said, not an easy shot. I guess that's why people prefer the mid-wicket heave. But he's executed it brilliantly, and now Shayan under a bit of pressure, getting a little bit of tap in his second over.
And now you have shown the Orlando Stars what they should have been doing when they batted. Because they were trying to tug the ball from off into the onside, and they were not very successful doing that. Outside the off stump, and he's whacking this one again in the air, but there's coverage down in the deep this time, so
Yeah, just
one of the 2 men who can be outside of the 30-yard circle have been placed there in the cover sweeper, and the other would have been the deep backward square leg. So the batters have crossed, and now we bring the right-handed Damien Rowe, who would have faced some 6 deliveries on the trot without scoring. He has 1 delivery to face here from Shayan. Let's see what he will do with this one.
The Shayan brother is here.
Oh yeah, that's my older brother. Yeah.
That's why he's so quiet, you know? You don't want to say words, Shayan?
Just trying to keep it neutral for the viewers, but that is my brother Shayan.
Okay, this time
And the fielder is getting the chase, and that is 4 more.
Yeah, that was a weak effort there on the deep mid-wicket boundary. So this has been an expensive over by his standard. Just 2 runs coming from his first over. A leg by would have been given in his first over, which would have been just 3 runs from that over. But this one he would have given up some 15 runs. But I need to ask Mac a question, because he has a real habit of getting not out. Mac, I think you would have had the best average on this ground.
Yeah, it was good day for me, and then especially MAQ T10 USA, and I started, and I got pleasure to be playing on the team for Orlando Star, and they will teach the youngsters not only make a 6s and 4, stay on the wicket, score is there, and 1 on 2 more 6. If I will stay there on 10 overs, as you've seen, but other side of them, if they knocked on 6 and 4, we will cross the 100 easier. So the thing is, and one other thing there, age have no count on the cricket. Cricket is the only game you can age, whatever age you can you can play out there.
Exactly. So you got into the 30s, 31, and you went at a good clip, 31 from some 33 deliveries, and you did run the very end for 3, so you had much left in the tank. When you would have looked at 5 other batters would have come and go while you were still full of energy.
Yes, I do, because that's what we'll tell for youngster, coming out there and do exercise and play. The cricket is actually is all they give you good boost and health for you. So I'm playing for the passion, actually, and leading out of them the players to show them up. Last MCL I played, and I was been not out in Tampa, and the way I was running it, people surprised how quick I was running and making singles and double.
So Raj is going to be giving up some runs here for the first time in this innings. He would have bowled 7 on the trot, and now he's traced down the leg side, a wayward delivery, and Edwin would have pivoted and would have given it the treatment. He got full value for his effort. 6 goes into the scores book, a partnership of 24, which means the total is 24. So yes, Mac, you're on the right road. You must always put a value and a price on your wicket. That's number 1.
Yeah, because you know what, stay on the wicket, that's why they count, and then enjoy, and then give a single, rotate that. If you see that every ball, one ball average I've been giving out, and then give it to the other player to chance to play. And while I'm standing in the crease, keep talking to the players, say come on, get a hit, and stand on the lines. A lot of them, but like a lot of chances they had it. So actually this is a good way to teach them up the players, which is good players. is a run to the boundary line and chasing out 4 runs, and the total is 28 runs. Is a nick the edge, and they got 4 runs on the total, 28 at 3.4 overs, and Rajesh got 1 more force. So they're going good on 28 runs, and this run they're chasing on 70 runs target, and there was a first over. Rajesh is a good over, and then also Cheyenne has a great overs. They need the wicket now, the time to take the wicket. Appeal for none. So beautiful weather out there. I was playing out there. Nice momentum I have, and playing cricket, and lovely cricket in South Florida. And then we have God blessing on the T10. No rainings, and stay. It's a beautiful outfields. I feel play is going, ball is rolling to the boundary. So wicket is good, playing up, and one end is a fast wicket, one end the spin wicket, and south side of the spin wicket with the Rajesh bowling right now. See that's the spin wicket, and if you're coming for the north end, they have the fast wicket. The lot of bounce on the side of the north end. That's my experience, came out from there after 10 hours.
Yes, so Raj would have bowled his allotment of 2 overs, and he was gone for some 6 runs. Just the one scoring shot from him. We had 4 leg byes coming in that over. So he's been miserly, and he would have done his job. He would have been bowled his quarter of 2. And at the end of over number 4, the score is 28, some 42 runs to get from 36 deliveries. If you're a betting man, where would your money be?
I think right now it will be towards the batting side, because as you can see, first over they gave Rajesh some respect, but now that I guess the batsmen are well set, so they went after Rajesh. So if that's the case, they're trying to finish this early, because they know if it goes through the last 2-3 overs, then pressure is always on batting side.
Okay, so you're saying now that they would have only given up 28 in 4. Now that they can put no more than 5 fielders out into the go past the 30-yard, you say it's going to be easier for the batting team?
No. So what I'm saying is they're going on the run right now. First over, Rajesh, they were just stopping him. But now I feel after like their Cheyenne over, they hit a couple 4s, they feel better now. So now they're going after Rajesh too. Like last over, they hit him. So that means they got more confident, and they're trying to keep up with the run rate. Like they're not just going to give a bowler respect because he's a good bowler.
Okay.
If they see the ball, they're going to go after it. Because I don't think they're trying to go towards the end, you know.
Just trying to get it straight. Yes, indeed. So
obviously the run rate I would expect will fall because it's harder, obviously after the power play. But let's see how it goes. Abdullah's coming into ball now, so he's a pretty good bowler and at an advantage of not bowling in the power play, because usually he'll take the new ball.
So we're having a bowling change, and we're going to have Abdullah Sheikh. He's going to be coming from the northern ends, and Sima Sif is going to be bowling seam up from the look of things, from his run, from about some maybe 15-yard run.
Yeah, he's got a bit of pace, Abdullah. Probably one of the faster bowlers I've seen around in the circuit.
Well, let's see what he's going to bring as Damien Rowe. He's been there for all of 10 deliveries so far. This time he's playing this one into the onside, another dot to Damien. He has had quite a bit of dots. We would have witnessed some 6 in a row, and well, he faced some 7 in a row dots, and now the dot continues, but they're not in a spot of bother this time. Easy peasy, 40-35. Required run rate is 7.2. That should be as easy. So Damien is batting on. He have batted some 11 balls and have some 9 dots, and this time.
Oh, that should have been stopped.
He's getting away with.
I think just the 1, or is it a 4?
With
That
a
is
boundary, yes, from a missed field. So very fortunate there. So prior to that, we were saying he would have batted some 11 balls for 9 dots, and now he has a boundary.
Yeah, that is not a good effort. I think that's S and Malik out there. Already you have a low total, and you need to stop everything you can and back up your bowlers, but he just let a 4 go.
All right, well, we're easing up on the halfway mark, which will be 35. They've been stroking this one on the onside. The bowler knocks it down. Brilliant bit of bowling and feeling to your own bowling. Not many bowlers can do that, you know.
Yeah, especially when you're coming off that long a run up and really putting it your all. And you have to get off the wicket. On this turf wicket, you have to get off the wicket, so it's kind of hard to dive across. But well done to Abdullah there.
He would have scored a century last Sunday in the local leagues. He's going
He goes
inside
for it,
out.
And fielder's giving a chase, but I think that's going to just land short of the boundary into no man's land, and that will just be 2 runs. So tried to go over the big shot, but did get a bit of outside edge to it. I don't think that's where he intended to put that one.
Yes, so the fielder in the cover super made a valiant effort to get to that one to make a catch of it, but he was nowhere close to it. So Damien, he has decided to up the ante. He's on 11 from 14, so he would have looked at the first 2 bowlers, and they really got the respect from him this time. He's up in the block hole and he's punching this one down to long on, and
Another misfield, but
it did not cost them.
you see, actually, if they would have run on the misfield, that would have gone against the batting side because Mustafa got a really good arm. So batsman did well to decide not to run on the misfield.
Well,
Good bowling by Abdullah. Had it not been for that misfield 4, it would have maybe just been like 4 runs off his over. But still, 7 is not that bad, but given that they do have a low score, they do need to get wickets. I think that's what's important.
or bowled some more dots. We had a maiden over from Raj earlier, so they're going to need at least 2 more of those if they have to stay in the hunt to stay in the winning column. Outside the off stump and a swing and a miss, but he was in no danger of getting out. As that over comes to an end of 5 here at the halfway mark, and we're exactly at the halfway mark in terms of score.
Yeah, so it looks like a cat and mouse game going on out here between the fielding and batting side. And like I said, I would still fancy the batting side because they're going with the run rate and they have no wickets down.
Yes, and at least you're going to see coming onto the screen now, you're going to see a change of bat. So what do they say? A bad workman blames his tool. So
Not sure because last game, I don't remember the name, but one of the batters changed their bats and I think then they hit a 6. So maybe they have, some people use like a heavier bat when they're trying to go for the 6s. So maybe changing gears or maybe just the bat's moving.
okay, well, Damien, he has not been getting the ball out of the middle. We would have seen one going down to the backward point region that came off the outer edge, and now he would have changed his bat. But we have seen Edwin, he has been going gung-ho. He has batted beautifully for his 18 from 15, but he's been somewhat off the strike as of late. But while he's there, I think that this is going to be easy peasy. At one point in that last over, I think he wanted to gift his wicket away because, like you said, he was the one who was looking for 2 while the ball was in the danger man hand.
Yeah, so, usually, I think it was smart that they didn't run because Mustafa just has a really quick arm. As you might have seen, that throw almost went to the pitch on the full. So that would have been curtains. So that's a good decision that they didn't run. But Edwin looked good in the last game too.
So in other words, you're saying if they would have attempted to, they would have been flirting with danger.
Basically. But to each their own. Some people like flirting with danger. So.
Okay. Well, we did not live to see that on that delivery, but we still have another 5 overs to go, unless they would have reached the target of 70 before the 10th over is completed.
Yeah, so 2 fielders they don't want to take on the arm is Mustafa obviously and the captain Amar Malik. He got a rocket throw. So don't take them on. Now Ehsan Malik coming on to bowl. He did pretty well in the first game, got 2 wickets, and that I was saying the defender 70, he was the one who turned it around with his 2 wickets in the first game.
Okay, well, Damien with a change of bat outside the off stump, and he's going outside the off stump. We would have seen in the first inning, and it's a wide call and signal there by the umpire Vincent Brown, a delayed call.
So I like what Ehsan is trying to do though, because we saw Damien hit like 2 big hits on the mid wicket side. I think he's just trying to get out of his arc, but in the process he's just gone out too much.
And then again, maybe he's trying to emulate what they
learning from the opposition spinner.
Yes, when they would have got a wide from the first delivery when they got the first wicket.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to go for that
He was
too.
going for that too. He said, let me bowl wide and get him stumped out or something.
But I think it's only natural if you're trying to heave a ball that wide on the mid wicket, sometimes you do tend to wander out of your crease.
Well, nonetheless, we have the great Bob Marley's number is on the board, 36. That's the age when he died. 36, but if that was short-lived because it's on to 37 with Damien punching off the back foot and going out to sweep a cover for 1.
But I must say that's really smart bowling by Hassan Malik. He's been in good form throughout this tournament, and he's really bowling to his field. I think that's what it's all about. If you got an offside field, just ball to it.
Well, let's see what he will do with the southpaw as Edwin comes into strike.
I think what's also helping the batting side is the lefty-righty combination that can basically take the ballers offline or length.
Okay, well the sticks doesn't move, so bowl to the sticks. This
There
time
he
it's
goes
in
for
the
the
air.
big one, and Amar's coming in, but it's going to land safely. He is just going to throw it in, and it will just be 1 run.
Yeah, he would have missed out there. He was going for all of the marbles there, but he got a top edge. And it flew into no man's land, and the batters would, of course, for a single.
I think that's just how Edwin plays. He just plays his game, and he doesn't care if he gets out in the process. He's just an aggressive batsman. And I feel like he's going to keep going for this, even after this.
Well, he has to. It's 10-10, and with other games to come, you don't want to take it to the 10 overs. I think if you're smart, you want to just outside the off stump wide.
But even last match when these guys were playing, till Edwin was playing, they seemed like they would take it home, and then he got out, and then everything fell apart.
Well, then he should learn his lesson to stay on the wicket and follow in the MAQ fashion, where he put a prize at the wicket and would not give up.
Oh,
his
quick
wicket.
single, they're taking on Amar's arm. Umpire says not out.
No, he walked in there. I mean, if he would have been out there, that would have been lazy running. He was in with his feet, no need to put his bat down. But some people believe you have to put your bat in, but that's not what the law of cricket says. If any part of you are in, you're safe.
Yeah, so like I said, just have to be careful with the Malik's arm. He's got a quick arm, and I mean it's fine in the circle. I think everyone has a quick arm, but from the outfield, especially when the ball goes to him, he can really fire it in. But right now, it seems the two batters have it under control.
Yes, well, they've turned to 40, and you remember 40 days and 40 nights?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You're not sure? Okay, we're into 40. You know, 40 days and 40 nights?
Oh, okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
There you go, you got it, young man. Oh, there's another quick single.
For a second, I wasn't sure if you're giving like a religious reference or you're talking about a movie or something.
I know, well, that's what we do. We put a little oomph into the commentary, to keep even the viewers out there like, what's coming next?
Well, if you're talking about 40, then I mean it's 41 now, but we have this Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. I don't know if you ever heard of that story.
No, but it'll be interesting. Give it a go.
It's a short story, man,
Short story.
but it's like pretty popular among the South Asian community. That's like a tale the kids are told when they're growing up.
Okay.
And he's cut that, and the fielder's running. That's like, oh my God, he's dived over it. And I think it's again Hassan who misfielded that one earlier. Shot fine. This one was a bit tougher. He did dive, but I think he just dived over it.
But there was no need for that. The ball was coming towards him. He couldn't prevent the single. One, that is all there would have been. Once he would have stayed stationary, they would have settled for 1. But he charged the ball in, dived in dry land, or maybe is there a pool of water over there someplace? We have to have a look. Can we have the cameraman to see? From our advantage point, there's no water. I don't see no snorkelers.
Okay,
I don't see no fins. So you take a look. You have glasses on.
Now I'm gonna take that back. I don't want to give false blame to Hassan. I don't think that was him on the boundary. It was someone else.
Whoever it is,
Whoever it
they-
is, let four go. Basically.
they let 3 go because there was a single for sure, and I know the bowler is bowling to his field because he was on target to the right-hander outside the off stump. He really got 1 or 2 wides in that over, but he was sticking to his game plan.
Easy, that's the thing. When you have fielders positioned for certain shots because you're gonna ball in a certain place, and then the misfield happens, it really lets the bowler down.
That's what I'm saying.
I do think that Sami Sadiq out there, the ball go. I'm still gonna start throwing names even though I'm getting them wrong.
Yeah, the skipper's not going to be too unhappy with him. He bowled 2 wides, yes, but they were outside the off stump. So he kept
To the plan.
kept to the plan, bowled it outside the off stump, and now he bowled one, and the batter would have whacked it down to the cover sweeper, and he just dove right over it. And I don't think the skipper, bowler, and his teammate would have been too happy with that.
Because the over that would have cost him 7 runs, essentially cost him 10 in the end because of the misfield.
Yes, indeed.
That is Nasir Khan coming into bowl. interesting to see what he does here. I'm not sure if he's going to do some medium pace or spin. Shortish run up.
Yeah. I don't have the scorecard in front of us, but it was perhaps when the first wicket would have fell for the Orlando Stars, I think it was someplace
Around this score,
around
yeah.
this score. And then we saw 5 wickets tumble after that. This time
Well,
the batsman
that's
is
hit
going-
and that is gone. There's no one there. Just have to see if it's a 4 or 6. I think 4 has been signaled by the umpire. So now you can see really the batsmen are set and they're running away with this.
Yes, I like the look of Edwin. He strikes the ball cleanly. This one was a loose now, really, outside the off stump, and he just laid back, picked his spot, and really latched onto it and sent it down to the deep backward point boundary for 4.
But like I mentioned earlier, I do think Orlando Stars are experimenting a lot because they already won the first 2 games, so they might want to like try their guys who haven't tried in certain areas of the game before the knockouts.
Okay.
Because-
Well, we're 1 away from the 50 partnership, so let us see if he's going to come up. Yes, he's going to come up in this delivery as the batter just stroked this one into the offside. The bowler himself had to do the feelings. 50 comes up on the board, and it came up at a good clip. We're into over number 7.
Yeah, now they're starting to run it as well, almost hit and over. Yeah, because they have Naveed Dosani. He's a pretty handy right medium pace bowler, but they chose Nasir over him. So I think they're trying to like give the guys who haven't bowled yet just a chance, so they can be ready if it comes to it.
Right, so the first time we're down to less than a run a ball, so easy peasy. It's getting easier and easier as you predicted. Outside the off stump, Damien is fishing at one that's keeping it tad bit low.
Yeah, unfortunately, if they don't get a wicket soon, Orlando Stars, then I see this game being done really quickly because the batsmen are like getting more runs every over.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot quickly in terms of 8 overs, 7 overs, 9 overs.
I think if they don't lose a wicket, they're probably going to be done around mid 9 overs, like 8 overs, 3 balls. 4
8 overs, 3 balls. All right, I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. Okay, 8.3 overs.
8.3,
8.4. Okay, I got it down.
if they don't lose a wicket.
If they don't lose a wicket, okay, and I put that in parentheses. If they don't lose a wicket, you know how to get out of jail. That's your get out of jail card, right? We're having fun in the com box. We are viewing cricket coming to you from the MAQ Cricket Stadium here in Delray Beach.
Imagine they're like 68.3 and 8.4 they lose a wicket, sound like they lost a wicket, that's why.
Yes, and like I said, we still have another 2 matches to go. Confirmed here by this official score, Wadi. It's under a bit of pressure, all alone by himself. It's
Oh,
not
that's
easy
nicely
to score
bowled.
by yourself. But he's accompanied here by
Rizwan.
Riz.
Oh, that will be a wide unless he hit it. And they're able to get the run given his bias, so I guess no wide. A good tidy over by Nasir, just 6 runs from it.
Well, 52's on the board, so folks, we're keeping our eyes on the next 9 deliveries. Check with me for you viewers out there. If no wicket would have fallen, we expect this match to be over in 9 deliveries. 8.3?
I said 8.3, 8.4.
8.3, 8.4. He needs that other one. 8.3.
I said 8.3, 8.4. Let me repeat that because my mic was off.
All right.
Trying to get some live witnesses.
All right. We got it. Noted. Noted. If no wicket falls, and that's the caveat there. If no wicket falls,
Because that's what you would think, right? If you've been in there for 9 hours, man, why you want to take it all the way and be like 6 runs the last over and get additional pressure? Might as well finish it.
oh,
That's what I would-
I'm not disagreeing with you. Don't think. I just want to make sure that you put yourself on this spot. So I have to
Yeah.
make sure I keep you on that spot.
yeah.
All right. You know, I have a way sometime when they say you must bury the hatchet. I bury the hatchet, but I mark the spot.
You forget, but you don't forget.
Well, I just marked the spot. I bury the hatchet to mark the spot. Yeah, we're having a go slow. You're not missing any cricket, folks. Charlie, Nasir Khan, Nazir is going to be taking up the bowling from the far end. That's it. I can see Charlie, local boy, here. And as Mac would have said, age is just a number. Is
So Charlie is
I-
going to be Nasir something?
No,
Nasir Javid or something?
no, I see. No, but I see. We're not sure if he's going to bowl, but he's standing there with. Yeah, I think it's Charlie.
Yeah, that's his name.
Nazir Javid. So the veteran Nazir Javid, a former vice captain of this USA cricket team, would have toured with the team over to England in the past years. Still plays locally here for the local team. So Mark, who would have scored some 31 runs, would have indicated to us earlier that age is just a number. You just have to be fit and play smart cricket. So Charlie has got to now show that age is just a number with the ball, with his leg spinners and googlies.
Yeah, he bowled pretty well in that first game again. I keep mentioning it, the one where they defended 70. He got I think he bowled like the 9th or 8th over when they were really going after the bowling. And he got some wickets and I gave away 1 or 2 runs. Let's see what he does here.
Well, he's going to go to the wicket down, and he's swinging at this one. A dot goes into the scorer's book. That one was pitched outside the leg stump, so no need for an appeal. But the batsman was trying to give it all its worth to send it into the bushes.
So with Edwin on strike against Charlie, I feel something's coming because Edwin's trying to hit those big shots and Charlie's the leg spinner. So either he's going to hit it straight up and get out, or just go with the big heave and get the 6.
And again, pitched outside the leg stump, so Charlie's realized that Edwin has picked some inside out, so he's staying away from that offside. Normally the left-hander would be onside, but it seems as if that Edwin Vijayan likes the offside. Charlie's over pitching this one, and he's giving his first one, which he had to scamper, but made good his ground in the end. So the first one from Charlie after some 3 deliveries.
Yeah, Charlie, very seasoned campaigner and a very smart operator. So just using all the experience he's got over the years, like you said, also played for USA. Pretty sure he played in a World Cup game against Australia as well.
Yes, he's represented the USA. As a matter of fact, he was the vice captain of the team. So he has made it pretty much to the top. For many years, he was the captain of the Southeast team here in South Florida.
Yeah, and I feel if anyone has a chance to bring this game back to Orlando Stars by getting a wicket, and I think the best chance right now is Charlie because he's a leg spinner and they tend to bring a lot of wickets.
Well, first up against Damien, and Damien is going back and he's playing this one down to the cover sweeper. This time I don't think he's going to overrun this one. Would that be the same fielder? I think he would have learned from his mistake.
No, I think that's Abdullah out there now. I think earlier it was Sami that did the misfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm just guessing. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from here. I'm just guessing based off their cap colors and inner gear color.
So I'm forgiven. He has. I'm just here with 2 eyes. So.
I got some scratches on my glasses. You know, they be falling when I'm playing cricket. Sometimes.
Here goes the excuses now. It's scratches in the glasses. This time
There he goes. Fielder's chasing it. I think he's going to be able to stop it. And just be the one.
So Charlie, with 1 legal delivery left, he has given up just some 3 runs, 3 singles.
With this nice Charlie over, I think my prediction is not going to come true because they're not going to make 15 runs in 4 balls unless they do.
So we're not even there. We have not even completed the 8th over, and you've given up already.
It's 8.4. It was 8.4. I'm just going off of what they're doing now.
Okay. So you have 5 deliveries.
Yeah, 5 deliveries. I don't see 15 runs happening. If they do, I'll be happy because my prediction's gonna come true. But again, I'm from Orlando, so I also want Orlando Stars to win. You know, I'm not gonna have them lose just because I want my prediction to come through.
Okay, so you need 14 from 4.
You see, what I'm trying to say is I'm happy either way. If Orlando wins, I'm happy because I'm from Orlando. If they lose and my prediction comes true, I'm happy.
Well, right now we're not win or lose in terms of the cricket. Your prediction is what is on the table.
Yeah,
Remember,
so
I bookmark it here's the parentheses over here.
Yeah, so I don't
If
see it
they
happening
didn't lose
anymore.
a wicket, so
Yeah, they could lose a wicket.
I think you're praying for them to lose the wicket.
Maybe 8.3 they'll be on
So
68.4 they'll get
you
out.
forgot about that. All you had to say, well, I will win my bet if they lose a wicket. So now pray for a wicket to fall, and then you're good.
Hey man, it's just a prediction. There's no money involved. It's fine.
I'm just kidding, man. Folks, we're still here at the MAQ Cricket Stadium. All you viewers out there, we hope you're enjoying the cricket. We still have another 2 matches to go after this, and then we're going to have tomorrow for the grand finale. I'll ask my official score, Roddy, what's up for tomorrow? So we have 2 semi-finals tomorrow, and it's going to be a good, happy Sunday, the day just before Memorial Day. And for all of the fallen soldiers, we want to take a bow. Just a second moment of silence for those fallen soldiers who would have given their lives for our freedom here in America and around the world. So Matt thought it best to have a cricket match, so some of the folks can get away from some of the cooler weather or not. We have a team from New York, they're here as well, and they're enjoying some of our brilliant sunshine. I would hope that they can take some of it back with them, because it's getting mightily hot in these parts.
Oh, it's a big hit, and that has gone for 6.
And Damien held his pose. He knew he got all of that one. So can I say that, well, he's not a bad workman after all. So the tool was what was giving him the problem in the first couple of overs, because he changed his bat and he played a lovely lofted on drive for 6.
I think he's actually played really well, because the first game he was going after it from the get-go. He had 1-6, got out on the boundary, and I think he's learned from that, and he's really like just milked the runs, and now he's going for it because they're like only 8, 7, 8 runs away.
Well, he's a good batter. Trust me, he's a good batter. He scored a century last Sunday for his local team. So you have 3 deliveries left. You're trying to get to 70. Are you telling me you're going to put on some wings and chicken out?
I'm not gonna chicken out, man. My word is my word. If I lose, I lose. But
last over you started giving up. I had to wipe your brows and mop your head with all the water was coming off you.
hey, man, that's just the AC in here. Don't work.
Oh, that's what it is. All right. Well, we're 7 runs away. Damien just hit a 6. You have 2 deliveries for your prediction to come through. So where are we? The big striker is on strike now. Anyway, 27 from 25. Both batters on 27 from 25. Who shall hit the winning shot?
Overall, this game is going towards the interesting end, though, because Abdullah can finish strong in this over, and they need like 5 or 4 runs in the last over. It can get pretty interesting.
Okay, here's your last chance. You need a 6.
I don't need anything, man. They need a 6 to win.
You need a 6 for your prediction to come true. You see the wings on him? Score? He's chickening out. You still have a chance to win. You can say, well, a 6 here. The equation is still right.
I'm just trying to see a good game, go down to the wire. If he's a 6, the game's done.
You're seeing a good game.
Because you see it's 8-4 and it's 65. So let's say next 2 balls only 1 run. So they're going to need like 4 runs in the last over. That makes it interesting.
All right, I'm going to give you a bet that you can win. Who do you think is going to win this game?
I'm not betting anymore.
All right, and folks, we have a little bit of fun here at the same time. He's
There
whacking
you
this
go.
one.
Oh,
but-
come on. That
No, he couldn't take that. It was dying on him. But it was
it
a chance for a
was,
run out.
Because he didn't go towards the ball. He just waited for it.
Anyway, don't feel bad, because you said if a wicket were to fall, then they wouldn't have made it. So,
But now...
you're going to take them 2 extra balls. How about?
So overall, this is getting really interesting, though. If he can get a dot here, they're going to need 4 runs as a final over. And final over, pressure, funny things happen.
You think they get some 10 wickets in the last over?
No, but last over they need, if they can make 4 runs, it doesn't matter about the wicket.
Well, just tell me what you think. I just asked the question.
You can get 10 wickets.
So the 10 wickets doesn't matter.
It
Just don't
matters.
let them get 4 runs.
Yeah, you have to block. If they need 4 runs, you have to stop the runs. You don't
Stop the
really care
runs.
about the wickets
Okay,
at
don't
that
keep
point.
the wicket. Okay, I got you. All right. Do you think that they're going to make it with a boundary?
They're gonna hit a boundary this ball.
No, not this ball. But when the overall score is reached,
Okay, that's a dot ball.
do you
So, 4 runs of the last ball of the last over. So all I was saying is if he can get it to 4 runs of 6 balls, it's gonna make the game interesting.
so they've been
Because, you know-
scoring at 7.3 runs and over. And you're saying that the last over, the 4 runs is going to be so hard for them to get.
Yeah,
that.
because the last over is pressure.
Oh, pressure in the last
Yeah,
over.
last over, man.
That's what it is. The last over. I got you.
Because the thing is, no one's gonna take it down to 2 of 2 balls. They're gonna
So-
try to hit a boundary early on in the over.
So
and
what
if they can, what if
so
they
what if the batters are not thinking this is the last over? Do you think that pressure is still on them? Suppose they think it's the 8th over.
Well, then they shouldn't be playing cricket, man. If they think it's the 8th over, then they should go to the doctor if they're forgetting.
All right then. Okay, we got you. We got you. Been a good game, and they're taking it all the way down to the last over. So quite interesting.
How many runs did Charlie give in his first over? Do you know that? How many runs did Charlie? 4 runs in his first over. You see? But
So-
now, if they need 1-on-1, that's difficult, bro.
So-
all
so-
the fielders are gonna be in.
Well, all but one. I see there's a man down on the deep backward square leg.
I mean,
out
I'm
of
making no secret
overview.
of my loyalties. Like I said, I'm from Orlando, so I'm.
No. Right now you're not from Orlando. You're on the you're on the commentary team.
Also,
That's where you are.
upsets are always fun, you know. But let's see.
Javid pulling out all the stops here. Now let's give some live commentary. Comes in, bowls over the arm, and this time clean him up. There goes Charlie. I just said we're gonna give him some live commentary, and
so-
there goes Charlie. Clean him up. Center stump, center pole out of the ground.
Whatever I said has been recorded on air.
So there goes your 1 wicket. So you said we're not gonna bother with the 1 wicket. We're just gonna say keep it on the 4 runs.
Yeah, no. So what I was saying is basically if Abdullah can finish his over at 66,
Yes.
4 runs of 6 balls in a normal over might not be difficult, but last over pressure is difficult, and now there's more pressure because there's a new batter.
Okay, so one more bet for you. Do you think that we're gonna have a bowl off?
Oh, so
We're gonna have a bowl
if
off. A
it's
tie?
super over,
Well, we're playing.
no
We're
bowl
playing
off, it's
10-10.
super
There's no
over.
super over. Definitely.
they're gonna do super over, or just team share 1 point.
I'm not too sure
Since it's,
not too sure with the competition rules, but let's just say I'll give you another chance to on a bet.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's a chance the new batter's on strike plus leg spinner, and that to Charlie, it's not that easy to get off strike. Plus, they're gonna bring all the fielders in.
So
That's
I-
the other thing that happens.
But I
Normal-
told you Charlie had the better of the batter because his strength is in the offside. To me, he favors the offside, and Charlie was bowling him into the legs in the first over, and this one was about leg stump and middle stump, and he knocked back.
But let's
the
see, I
center
mean,
stump.
the game is still in favor of the batting side, but I mean, upset's not out of question. Also, with the last over, if they need 4 runs, they're gonna bring everyone in.
Even
No.
with Charlie with the ball, you're saying he's still favoring the batting team?
Yeah, man, because even if they take a wild swing, outside edge, that's 2 runs right there, or maybe 4. Because at that point you don't need any technique. You just gotta hit the ball. That's it.
So you throw away a hat trick.
And
period.
then
so there's no
everyone
hat trick.
is in the circle. So even if they clear the circle, that's 4.
Do you know that I was involved in a hat trick that Charlie took here
Well, let's see. Maybe you can do one.
years ago?
And I can be involved in it too.
There you go. If Charlie gets a hat trick, of course you're going to be involved in it because you're going to be describing it. We say we're going to give him some live ball by ball over the wicket.
it's a dot
and a
ball.
dot in the ball, and Charlie
Ball 4 of 4. What did I say, guys?
and Charlie has the vice
4
grip.
overs, not easy in the last over.
So Charlie has come with a vice grip.
Early, you see, in general, it's not easy. At least for me,
He's starting in the school.
It's not easy to play leg spin in general. Plus, Charlie Bhai is very experienced.
And another dot. Trouble! Why the keeper should have been behind the stump. The keeper was in front.
Keeper should be behind the stumps there.
Bad keeping.
Keeper
Wicket
now
keeper,
having
give him
some-
a target. No. See, the wicket keeper is
Yeah.
still saying to me, go behind. You see that's extra second for the ball to go into the keeper's glove and then take off the bail.
But was
Give
it
him
the
a
end zone?
chance.
I feel
Give him a chance at the direct hit. You have to go behind the stump. Give him a chance.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's
Give him a
talking that he got
chance.
hit by being in front of the stumps. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely agree on
From
that. That's cricket 101.
Sticks.
But still, though, how many they need? Like 3, right? 3 of 3.
Yes.
Oh, now game is done.
I'm none of that. Damien is saying, I'm going to go gung-ho. You come hold it into the legs. Game.
This is an interesting last over. You see, that was a single. If the new batsman would have stayed on strike, it would have been interesting. But good
Exactly.
game. At least it went down the wire.
Exactly. So Damien, you have to